What's going on, everybody? In today's video, I'm going to take you guys through my super simple cutting diet. As you guys have seen in previous videos, my goal right now is to make things as simple as possible, get the meals in, have them taste good, and focus on life and training, that kind of stuff. So right now we have breakfast, and yes, this is a very unconventional breakfast. I'm usually having a protein shake of some sort. I'm actually now having casein pudding at the end of the night, so I'll show you guys that meal. But basically what we did, we took the last chicken meal and moved it to breakfast and put the casein protein, that protein shake with blueberries, and put it at the end of the day. So we're starting off with 5 ounces of chicken tenderloin, just cooked up on a pan. You can grill it, anything like that, with a little bit of seasoning. We have 2 chocolate rice cakes right there, as well as 100 grams of carrots. So I've not actually eaten any of those, so those actually are 100 grams of carrots. I know that's very unlikely to happen on the channel, because typically I cook and eat as I go. But this is gonna be breakfast. I'll read off the macros real quick, and I'll also be taking you guys through a full upper body day at Alpha Land, since we're down here in Houston right now. Really pumped for that. We're probably gonna meet with Isaac here shortly. He might even help me film some of the full day of eating stuff, as far as get some like cinematic looks at like the oatmeal and stuff that I make throughout the day. But real quick, we'll go over the macros for this meal, and this meal comes out to be 298 calories, 35 grams of carbs, 3 grams of fat, and 35 grams of protein. Good start to the day. Once again, this is kind of just like a breakfast. We will have a pre-workout meal, which is gonna be our Proats with peanut butter and banana. So that's probably one of my favorite meals right now. Without further ado, I'm gonna watch some One Piece, dig into this. See you guys in the next meal. We are back with our 4th meal of the day. We have 5 ounces of chicken tenderloins right there. We have 200 grams of broccoli just steamed. I don't know why, but for some reason, steamed broccoli actually tastes really good to me right now in a calorie deficit. So I'm just gonna go ride the wave and enjoy it. We also have a delicious Fresca right there, my favorite low calorie drink. And then 2 chocolate rice cakes with 15 grams of peanut butter total. So you could say 7.5 or 8 grams per rice cake, but I did measure that out at 15 grams. Because peanut butter is very calorie dense, so we make sure we're watching that a little bit. I'm watching some One Piece on the iPad right here, and we're actually head back to the gym because I need to get some steps in. And honestly, I haven't found a great place to walk outside around here. Hopefully there's a park like tomorrow. It's the actual rest day, Friday rest day. So tomorrow I might actually drive to a park or something to walk, get some steps outside. Since I'm missing Maisie, I don't really have a reason to walk outside, so we're just gonna go to the treadmill, watch some One Piece on the treadmill, because we need quite a bit of steps. But this meal comes out to be, let's see, 415 calories, 41 grams of carbs, 11 grams of fat, and then 44 grams of protein. We will have one more meal later this evening, and that will be when I come back from doing my cardio or get my steps in. A lot of times people ask like how much cardio you're doing, and I don't really do any cardio. I just get my step count up, and my step count has been raised from 12,000 to 15,000. So now I do some like quote unquote cardio sessions, if you want to call it that. But if I got 15,000 steps throughout my everyday life, if I was once again playing golf, pickleball, just walking around, walking Maisie, I could get 15,000 steps and not have 0 cardio sessions. But when I don't have quite that many steps, like right now I think I have 8,000, I'm gonna have to go to the gym and do what some might call a cardio session to get my steps in. But in my mind, I'm just getting steps in, that kind of thing. But without further ado, I'm going to devour this, continue to watch One Piece. It's actually getting really good, so enjoying that. And then, yeah, I'll see you guys at the post-cardio, post-steps final meal. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we have our pre-workout meal right here. You guys have seen this before. 2 packets of Quick Oats. We've got a scoop of protein powder, a little bit of almond milk to mix that together, dash of cinnamon, and then obviously our peanut butter and a banana to make it taste absolutely amazing. So this is gonna be our pre-workout meal, mostly carbs. This meal comes out to be 668 calories, 83 grams of carbs, 20 grams of fat, and 45 grams of protein. So we're gonna eat this, let that digest for a little bit, and head to the gym. We also have an energy drink review, so stay tuned for that. Like, this is what I feel like heaven is, I swear. Alrighty, time for the official energy drink review. So I've been drinking White Monsters quite a bit, but we have the Ghost Orange Cream, or I assume Orange Creamsicle. I liked Reign, so Reign has an Orange Creamsicle that's probably close to my favorite, if not my favorite. So we're gonna try this one, hopefully it's just as good. Okay. One sip, everyone knows the rules. Okay, I actually really like that. It's not as strong as like the Sour Patch Kids. Ghosts are like super, like they have a really big bite to them and really sour. But this is like subtle, obviously creamsicle. It's a little bit creamy, but still got the carbonation. I mean, this is gonna be up there. If I just say for me, a White Monster is probably like a 9.5, like I'm holding out for something better, but it's like a 9.2. This is absolutely delicious. We're gonna down this 200 milligrams of caffeine, which is 50 milligrams more than I've had this entire prep. So hopefully we're doing well, but yeah, we're gonna sip on this, get some steps in, and then get into the workout. just got back from the gym after knocking out our 15,000 steps. So we are currently at 15,600 steps, which is perfect, right where we're gonna be. And now we're gonna be making our final meal of the day. As I mentioned before, we've kind of substituted in this meal that you're about to show you guys in place of the morning shake. So now in the morning I actually do chicken breast, as you guys saw, or chicken tenderloins, which, I mean, it is what it is. Now we have basically our casein protein right here, and specifically casein protein. Let me find the words right there. Casein protein. So yes, this is a little bit mushed. It got mushed in travel. But basically what we're gonna be doing is making like a protein pudding. So what we're gonna do, treat it just like a protein shake. We're gonna take a scoop of casein pudding, casein protein. This is chocolate flavor, by far my favorite. We'll go ahead and throw 1 scoop into our bowl. Boom, so we got that. Then we'll go ahead, I actually don't need it on the bowl, on the actual measuring thing right now, but, so we have 1 scoop in there. Now we're gonna add a little bit of almond milk. We also need a spoon. So this is the key though. We wanna add almond milk nice and slow to mix it in and make sure we get a pudding-like consistency. So start slow, you'll kind of mix it in and you can add more, but remember, you can't take anything out. So take it nice and slow. I'll actually see how many grams of almond milk I pour in, just to give you guys a number. Because normally I just eyeball it, but today I'll actually go ahead, measure out exactly how much I put in. Be gentle, mix it in, or else you're gonna make a mess. All right, so real quick, I'll show you guys the current consistency. So it's a little too thick for my liking because I am gonna throw this in the freezer for a little bit. So this is just a little bit too thick. And that was 190 grams of almond milk. So we'll probably go up to like 210. All right, so 220 grams, let's go ahead and mix that in. Alright, and there we have our pudding-like consistency. I'd say it's pretty solid, maybe a little bit runny, but that's gonna be good enough because we're gonna throw this in the freezer for a little bit. I would say 200 to 210 grams of almond milk is just about perfect for this recipe. So this will actually go in the freezer now. Then we're gonna run upstairs, shower. So this can be in the freezer. I like to put it in the freezer for about, I would say 15 to 20 minutes, something like that. So it can kind of thicken up, and then we'll go ahead and top it off with some blueberries, and that'll be our protein pudding. But let's go ahead, put this in the freezer, and then I'm gonna go shower. I'll show you guys the final product, go over the macros for this meal as well as the macros for the entire day. And here we have our final meal of the day. Our protein pudding is now kind of thickened up. Once again, you need to use casein pudding. A whey pudding will not give you the same consistency. It has to be casein for the thickness. Casein is also really nice to bake with too, just FYI, but that's how I make this. This meal comes out to be 197 calories, 19 grams of carbs, 2 grams of fat, and 26 grams of protein. Also, casein protein is a little bit more of a slower digesting protein, so it is beneficial to have before you go to bed, since you'll be fasting for a while, to have this a little bit slower digestion in your system as you sleep. And that brings our day total to 2,027 calories, 244 grams of carbs, 41 grams of fat, and then 188 grams of protein. So as you guys might know, initially I was at 200 grams of protein for a really long time, but we have brought down our protein goal as well as our fats a little bit to keep my carbs pretty high, because 240 grams of carbs, as lean as I am and getting leaner, is actually pretty decent. So we did have to bring the fat down a little bit and bring the protein down, but once again, I'm like 160 pounds right now. 200 grams, of protein was just honestly not too much, but I'd rather have carbs than protein to some extent. Obviously, I'm still almost hitting 190 grams. I'd rather move 10 grams of protein to 10 grams of carbs. If that makes sense. Give me a little more energy in the gym. And I'll be honest, I just really enjoy the way I'm eating right now. Like, I know probably people will be like, oh, isn't that so boring? Like, it's boring, but it's simple, it's tasty in my opinion, and it's super effective. Like, I mean, come on, like, it's working. It's one of those things where I am so dead set on bringing the absolute best package I possibly can to the stage that eating, once again, chicken twice a day, protein twice a day, and this casein pudding is enough to satisfy my hunger, minimize my cravings, and then also give me the results I want. So it's kind of the best of both worlds in that idea, or I guess like the holy trinity of those three things. Without further ado, I'll go ahead and end the video here. Thank you guys for tuning into my simple, easy shredding diet. This is what I've been eating for a couple weeks now, and probably will for a couple weeks to go, and then maybe make some small adjustments as we get closer to the show. We'll definitely, obviously, keep you guys tuned for that. But without further ado, make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.